Hiya, I'm back again. It's time to do the next round of the vote for the championship round of the Mad Cool Song of the Year 2019 poll. Now, I'm talking ever so slightly quieter because I'm in my own house now as opposed to Maxine's house, and my housemate is in, and I think he's probably asleep because it's 11:44 PM as I record this, instead of doing much better things. But yes, this is the stage we have come to. We're up to the final online vote before we get to the live decision making process, which will take place on the Tuesday of Mad Cool, just before the welcome party. If you've forgotten how it's all going to work, basically on that Tuesday we're going to have 12 songs left. We're going to pick them out at random against each other, and then similar to what we did last year with the Clash's musical court thing, we're each going to pick sides in favour of a song. We're going to make arguments as to why they should go through to the next round, and we're going to draw a judge at random from our 7, so that, you know, it could be 3 people against 3 other people for 2 different songs with 1 judge. It could be 4 against 2, it could be 5 against 1, whatever. That will be for Tuesday to decide. We shall worry about that then. We can't get to 12 songs until we do the next vote, which is getting from 24 songs down to 12. Now, you've just voted on the wild card winners. That was the last online thing we did. That was to reduce the 24 songs down to 12. We also have the musical champions. I'm going to bring you in a bit now so that I can show you online, because it will make much more sense here. If I scroll up to here, you can see the 12 musical champions, as previously mentioned, the artists which took more than 1 vote in the initial nominations rounds. You've got Smashing Pumpkins, Eric Prydz, Robin, The Hives, Wolfmother. They all took 3 votes from various people to go through. And then you had the Chemical Brothers in 1975, the National Disclosure, Greta Van Fleet, John Hopkins, Years and Years. They all went through with 2 votes. As you can see, Galvanise was Chris and John, 1975 was Callum and Josh, National was John and Scott, etc, etc. They are now joined by the bottom 12, which are the wildcard winners, and here you can see them as we've previously spoken about. You got Vampire Weekend, which beat Cat Power, Bon Iver, which beat Tash Sultana, Prophets of Rage, which beat the Snuts, and so on and so forth, including everyone's favourite Marina Hollywood, which defeated George Fitzgerald, Nobody But You. Oh my god, how unexpected was that? So this is the state of affairs we have just now. Sadly, Josh, he's lost out heavily. He's only got 2 songs remaining from his original 12. Stacey and Scott are both on 5. John and Callum on 6. James and myself leading the way with a significant majority of our nominations still intact. I have been keeping track of all the songs which we have binned, which you can witness in this horribly red column over here. All the original nominations which were, you know, outvoted by other songs with more votes. And then as we've gone through the votes thus far, we've eliminated song after song after song. I've just added from Gossip onwards, so everything from 29 downwards is all the songs that lost out in the wildcard round. So people didn't vote for Bring Me the Horizon, Cat Power, George Fitzgerald, Georgia Smith, etc, etc. And that is the point where Josh lost 10 songs, Scott lost 7, Stacey lost 7, Callum and John 6, James 4, and myself 2. So that is the state of affairs we are at just now. I'm going to put you back in my little cubby hole here so you can see my little face. There's me again. Hopefully this works. I'm currently using chewing gum to keep this upright and make sure you can see me okay. Yes, that'll do. So now what I've done is I should point out as well, I've got shiny eyes because of the computer screen. Nothing I can do about that, I'm sorry. So I've got the 24 artists in front of me with all the information I need to read them out as we do them. I've sadly not got 2 independent adjudicators to help me out this time because, as I mentioned, it is now 10 to midnight, and so just gonna have to do it myself. I hope that is okay with you. Let's prop you up a little bit. So in my trusty blue sieve / colander next to me, I have inserted all of the names, all the new ones. I'm just gonna give them a good old shuffle right now because there's always someone in this group that will accuse me of cheating. So there's 24 in total in there. I won't count them out because that's dead boring, but they're all in there, I promise. good old shakeroo. And on this little piece of paper, I'll record who we get out as we get them. Sound good? And or maybe what I'll do is I'll just watch the video back after I record it to speed things up a bit. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And then I'll post a picture of this piece of paper in the group afterwards for all you people who don't watch the video. If you watched the video, comment just now that my middle name is Robert. That way I'll know if people have watched this far, because we're what, 5 minutes in? I bet you nobody watches this far. Anyway, it's time for the draw. So, as was previously discussed in the group, we're not doing seeding. So I originally thought that people would maybe want one song to come from the musical champions and then the other song to come from the wildcard winners, so that it was sort of like a best versus worst scenario. But I think someone, Scott or Josh, said no, we'll just do it all completely random, which means there could be a champion versus another champion. Like those original 12 songs that are considered bigger than the rest of them, they could go up against each other. Or the wildcard ones, the songs that some people in the group just might flat out not like, they could go against each other as well, meaning that at least one song, which is considered by some people to be quite bad, could go through. But hey ho, that's the way it works. That's what I'm kind of excited for. Let's give it one more scramble before we start the draw. Alright, okay, shall we go for it? Here goes. So, first out the trusty colander. I'll do it without me looking, because that's how we did it with Adam and John. First out. I'm really excited. I don't know about you. That's the most exciting thing I've ever done. So first out, we have one of the songs from the musical champions. It is Years and Years with Sunlight. Some may say not their song. I am not the person that's going to make that argument. It was originally nominated by both James and Stacey in the musical champions round, and in the third vote, let's just say championship vote. In the championship vote, Years and Years Sunlight will go against Robin, Dancing on My Own, another heavy hitter that was nominated by 3 different people, myself, Callum and Scott. Yeesh, we have started off big. Right, so that's the first matchup. Let's keep going. Years and Years versus Robin, that's a tough one. Right, next out of the bunch we have a song which I nominated, Lewis Capaldi, Someone You Loved. This has got to be someone easy for Lewis to have any hope of making it through to the next round. Of course, Lewis Capaldi beat out, who was it again? Georgia Smith in the wildcard round, which again, I voted for but didn't see happening. That's going to be going up against The Cure, Pictures of You. Massive, massive heavy hitter versus a young up-and-comer. This is big. The Cure were originally nominated by John, and they beat out Mogwai in the last round, so that will be an interesting one. Oh crap. I've got my Mad Cool ticket leaning on the bowl, but you can't really see it, so it's somewhat pointless. Maybe if I put it back here? No, I still can't see it. We'll know that my Mad Cool ticket is next to me. Right, next out. A song which has been forgotten about for a long while in this conversation. It is Latch from Disclosure, which I think is a phenomenal song. However, should the argument be made that Disclosure shouldn't be in contention because they're only doing a DJ set? I'm not the person that made that argument, but they'll be drawn up against none other than a song which I've still not heard. Greta Van Fleet, and the track is called Black Smoke Rising. John and Scott used to both nominated it, which is why it was one of the musical champions. It's going up against Disclosure, which was originally nominated by Callum and James. Oh, that's quite feisty. Callum and James versus Scott and John. Fight, 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 fight. This gives me an excuse to actually listen to Greta Van Fleet. I know that they sound a little bit like Led Zeppelin, but that's all I know about them. So, on to battle number 4 of the championship round. Just had to check my door wasn't open there, that would be really stressful. So, number 4 out, we have a song which is so good. Wolf Mother and Woman. I think that song's awesome. I think it's got strong contention to go a long way in this competition. Sounds absolutely ridiculous, I apologise. Wolfmother's Woman will be going against... Who's it gonna be? I'll let you guys look first. See, the screen's backwards for me. That is the Amazons with Junk Food Forever. That's not supposed to be in there. Oh no, it is. Sorry, yeah. The Amazons, of course, beat out Rosalia with Dimi Nombre in the last round. For some reason, I thought they were already out. So that's an interesting battle. The Amazons versus Wolfmother. Make your choice. Two noisy indie rock bands, essentially. Interesting. The Amazons were nominated by Stacey, yes, and Wolfmother were nominated by myself, James, and Scott. Let's see what happens there. Right, I'll try and speed it up a bit because I know this video is really fucking boring. What are we on? 11 minutes. Right, next out. Oh, is this the best song in the whole competition? I'm not the person to decide that, but I think it might be the Chemical Brothers with Galvanize. Whoever this goes up against, it's going to be really, really difficult. Please be someone good. Or please be someone bad? Essentially, yeah. Chemical Brothers Galvanize is going to be going up against... Ah, heartbreak. The Bay from Metronomy. I already don't know what I'm going to pick, but people have warmed to Metronomy. It has made it through multiple rounds without doing any damage to anyone whatsoever. So I have to see what happens there. Metronomy versus Chemical Brothers. Battle of the dance music. Battle of the artists making different sounds to everybody else. Such a shame. We'll see what happens there. Another one out. So, from the wildcard winners, the lowest voted of the wildcard winners, this is Vince Staples with North North, originally nominated by John. I've grown to love it. I didn't vote for it against S.G. Lewis, but then it beat S.G. Lewis, and I was like, I'm kind of fine with that, because this is the song which I think that this song is the song that people can listen to and decide from first listen. That's pretty good. Does anyone agree with that? I don't know. Comment below. Never said comment below before. And Vince Staples should be going up against... Vampire Weekend, A-Punk, Chris Murray's second favourite song of all time. Nearly eliminated in the last round. Nearly. Came back from 3-0 down against Cat Power to win 4-3. I could have stood up and sang the national anthem. It was a beautiful moment. Next out. A song I also voted for, but I had to listen to it a few times before I decided I liked it again. Lauryn Hill with Do What That Thing. Will she cancel it? Mad cool. She cancels every other fucking festival, so I'm excited to find out. Lauryn Hill goes against... Oh, picked out two. Whoops. Lauryn Hill goes against... Kaytranada, Got It Good. Ooh. Very curious to see what happens there. Lauryn Hill was nominated by Stacey, knocked out Rolling Blackout's Coastal Fever in the last round. Kaytranada was nominated by James and knocked out Bring Me the Horizon in the last round. So that's a James versus Stacey battle. Next up, Skinny Love by Bon Iver. For some reason this entire group hates this song. It's one of my favourite songs of all time. I originally nominated it. It got through the selection round by beating all the other Bon Iver songs, and then most recently, the toughest battle of the competition so far, it put out Tash Sultana, much to everyone's dismay. However, in the end I feel deservedly so, and other people agreed with me, including John, because I saw him make the vote. I'm sorry, Scott. Bon Iver is going to be going up against... Fuck. It's Headliner versus Headliner. The Smashing Pumpkins Tonight will take on Bon Iver, Skinny Love. I can't think about that right now. I can't even remotely think about how to pick between those two songs. This should be the final. This should be the final! They're going to go head to head and it's going to be an epic battle. Oh man. The Smashing Pumpkins was put forward by me, James and John whereas Bon Iver was put forward by me. So this is just an internal struggle for me. Delightful. Iggy Pop, Search and Destroy, not his song, so I don't like it being in the competition at this stage still. However, I know that people absolutely love it. Dan actually messaged me saying it's like one of his favourite songs. Love you, Dan. Iggy Pop's going to go up against John Hopkins, Open Eye Signal. Very interesting, two completely different sounds. John Hopkins makes instrumental dance music. Iggy Pop makes like brash rock music. One of those two will get through at the final 12, which is very, very interesting. Do people like Iggy Pop? Also comment below. Right, there's not many left. And one lady has still not made an appearance. She's got to be in here somewhere. Next up, The Hives. Hate to say I told you so. Potentially another winner of this competition. Originally nominated by me, Callum, and James. It got 3 votes in the original selection process. That means it's a freaking awesome song. What is that going to go up against? Please be Marina. Please be Marina. It's not going to be. It's going to be somebody huge. Who's not out yet? Eric Prydz isn't out yet. The 1975, The National. Hi again. Sorry about that. My phone cut out because it overheated, much like it did in the last round of this game. So very, very annoying. I'm getting a new phone as soon as we get back from Madrid. I cannot wait. So just in case you missed it, well, you did miss it because it cut out. The Hives were the band that we were initially talking about. They were drawn against one of your headliners, The National. That's a difficult one to pick, I think, because The Hives, of course, are the big anthemic rock band, the one that are so much fun in every live performance. The National are the complete opposite. They're not one that you jump about to, but their songs are beautiful and emotional. So how are people going to pick? I've got no idea. I'm going to quietly vote for my favourite and hope that everybody else does the same. 4 to go, 2 more rounds. Let's see what happens. Marina is still not out. I had to move the ball so that I can line up more names. The ball's now off screen. Apologies. Shuffling them about here. Let's draw out the first of them. There she is, at last. Marina, Hollywood. She's out the bag. Originally nominated by Stacey. Some said she had no business being this far in the competition. But she beat out George Fitzgerald, Nobody Like You. Huge upset. Nobody saw it coming. And here she is. She's going in to a potential battle for a spot in the final 12 against Eric Prydz and piano. Oh my god. 2 songs that couldn't be more different. One is a pop star singing about the social elite, and one is an instrumental dance tune which has 1 repeated sound for 3 minutes. Which one is better? You decide. So the eagle-eyed watchers, eagle-eyed viewers will know that there is but 2 songs left. I'll take them out together because they are facing off against each other. We have on one side Prophets of Rage, Jump Around. Again, could the argument be made that that's not their song? I don't know. That's why I nominated Prophets of Rage by Prophets of Rage, but sadly that got eliminated. And the last one out, can anyone figure out what it is? I can't. I have no idea, so let's just look. It's going up against, of course, the 1975. It's not Living if it's not with you. I have to look at that one when it's written down. Do you know what? That's another difficult one. Prophets of Rage versus the 1975. I don't know how you're going to pick between those because everybody freaking loves the 1975 in this group. But that's how it is. And that is your 12 battles. Do you wish me to read them out once again? I will. So, first one out was Years and Years Sunlight's taking on Robin, Dancing on My Own. You've got Lewis Capaldi, Someone You Loved versus The Cure, Pictures of You. You've got Disclosure's Latch going up against Greta Van Fleet with Black Smoke Rising. You've got Wolfmother and Woman against The Amazons' Junk Food Forever. The Chemical Brothers versus Metronomy. Marina versus Eric Prydz. You've got Vince Staples versus Vampire Weekend. Lauryn Hill versus Kaytranada. Bon Iver versus The Smashing Pumpkins. Oh my fuck, that sucks. Iggy Pop versus John Hopkins. The Hives versus The National, and last but not least, Prophets of Rage versus the 1975. Just before I go to bed, because it's now 24 minutes past midnight, please do not tactically vote in this round, because it would suck if we got through to the final with songs that people have just voted for a laugh. See, from these 12 questions, listen to both songs and pick which song you like the best. Doesn't matter if it's your nomination, doesn't matter if you want it to go up against another song. Why not just pick your favourite song? Because that'll make the argument on the Tuesday all the more better. Like, I've got 10 songs in here, and I've got multiple songs that are up against each other. So, like, I'm not even going to pick all of the songs that I want to go through. There's even ones where I can tell I'm not going to pick a song that I've nominated because there's another one that's better. But you don't have to do it that way, because it's your vote, and you can do with your vote whatever the hell you like. All I will say is that I need your responses by Saturday night. The reason I've said it is Saturday night is because I know I'm going to be with you, Stacey, on Saturday night, and I can force you to do them. Thus concludes the draw. Thank you for your time. I'm now going to sleep, and by the time you watch this video, the form will be up. Oh God, I've got to write that before I go to bed. Okay, good night, bye.